Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We are starting NaDa versus Zerg, part of the deep dive. We have NaDa here in the top left, and he's playing against a barcode Zerg. I could not identify any other even IDs on this guy. He's just a barcode Zerg, and good enough to be hitting a 2300 plus NaDa. So during peak Brood War hours. So that's obviously he's at least within that range. And we'll see how this goes. We're on Polypoid. I'm excited to see what type of style NaDa's going to bring us. Has he got old man hands and he's going to go mech? Is he going to play modern SK? Is he going to be looking for timing pushes? Is he going to be looking for, massive dropship play, or maybe just outweighting his opponent? Very hard to say. Looks like a forward 8 racks. Now, this position for the 8 racks probably means expansion behind. I'm actually interested to see what NaDa gets done with an 8 racks as well. 8 racks has actually been falling off a little bit. It was really popular a year ago, a year and a half ago, to the point where Zergs were like, this is not fair, come on. But people have gotten so good at defending 8 racks at this point. Like, just the drone micros become really good. They know exactly how to zone it. Like, it's really hard to get a bunker up. So yeah, I guess we'll see how NaDa fares here. And we'll also see in the next 7 seconds if he makes a gas or not. Okay, he does go ahead and goes for the gas. So this will be a factory follow-up. Which is fine. Like, this is right on the borderline of where you can go expansion versus factory. I've mentioned this before. This is an easy way to tell when you're watching a game. If the 8 racks is in the range of, like, here to, like, here, 100% it's a command center. If it's in the range of, like, let's say here to here, for anywhere else on the map, it's a factory. It just has to do with the Marines being able to go back and defend the expansion once Lings are out. Because if it's too far out, they can't do that, and you need the Vulture. And if you're going for the Vulture, you don't need the racks back, so, like, yeah, why wouldn't it be further up and easier to attack? Okay, anyways, this attack is starting. The Overlord was able to scout this pretty quickly. This other Overlord should be able to get away on top of here very easily. He's going to start a bunker. You want to start your bunker pretty far out. If you try to start it up here, it's too greedy, and it never works anymore. You got to start it back here somewhere and kind of force the drones to really commit. NaDa's so far not even starting it. He has his factory on the way. He has the 3rd Marine. Generally, this push is only with 3 Marines because the factory costs money. And you can see, like, this is some good dancing. There's 6 Lings on the way. 6 Lings can beat all this very easily. And he hasn't lost a drone. So this is kind of what I was talking about, where, yeah, you actually wants to get that behind there. And, ooh, that's handsome. I like this. That's very good placement. This is some old school stuff. This is like what Boxer would do. That's a really, really great placement. Yeah, he's still going to clear it pretty easily, I think. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, geez. No, he clears that without any real problem. So, yeah, as you can see, we can't really consider that to be damage to Zerg. He built something there, then canceled. Okay, so the Rax is floating back. We have a Vulture going out. Starport, and he's still mining gas. I don't know what the follow-up is here. Vulture drop? Oh, you know what? I think this might turn into a science vessel rush. That's very old school. To go one base vessel. Now, the reason why he sacrificed this Vulture is because he had a second one on the way with no add-on. That's the only reason you would run past there. And it gets him to at least check, like, okay, how many Lings do you have? Do you have any drones mining? No? Okay. So it kind of puts where you're at in the game in perspective. What? Wraith. Okay. Wraith and add-on. Huh. Very technical opener. And I mean, I can name all the builds that exist from here, but I don't know if that's useful at this point. NaDa definitely playing his own game. Like, I would imagine that this has to go into dropship, but it could be 3 Wraith. Like, the thing is, when you go 1 Wraith at 1 Wraith 111, yeah, it normally for anti-air goes into 3 Wraith, but that's normally with a command center. So it wouldn't really work on 1 base. So he does get the 1 Wraith and will chase around some Overlords, get some kills. Again, very old school, even though we do see that occasionally nowadays. It's, you know, once upon a time, this was a pretty common play to make a Wraith and go hunt Overlords. Hydralisk speed on the way here for our barcode. And yeah, there's the dropship. He's already got mines, and he's laying those mines out. And, you know, he's getting speed, so the drop definitely has some potential. Overlord speed is on the way for our Zerg. So he's going to be able to clear mines and do a counterattack reasonably well. We might see Nada go into Siege Tank after this even. The thing is, he hasn't been able to scout if there's a Spire. You know, like, for instance, if this game was against Sulky, generally Sulky will have on-time mutas. Like, he'd have mutas popping now. Or close to now. Because it was an 8-Rax opener specifically, but like that's like Sulky's general style would be go Spire, but also make Hydras and just sacrifice some of your workers for this in order to punish Terran for, you know, there's always holes in a build like this for Terran. Anyways, Nada unloads the Vultures. Speed is not done yet. He is just going to power down these 2 Hydras. It's very easy with 4 Vultures. I think it's time for drones, though. You do not want to lose an additional Vulture because 3 Vultures one-shot a drone. So I think he actually fought the Hydras just slightly too long. Oh, you know what? He still had that one alive. So he's actually getting very good damage. Still hunting for more drones, keeping those Hydras busy. Yeah, gets one more. I think that's going to be it, though. Finally gets cleared up. Okay. Dropship got out safe. Science Vessel Rush was the case. Plenty of mines in front. And he still can threaten another Vulture drop. And he should. He should drop like 1 more Vulture here. Because he's got to know that with the Overlord speed, like, the Hydras are going to come out, clear everything, and try to put on counter pressure. But Siege Tank's already on the way. It seems like Nada has every counter available. Everything looks very good for him here. Engineering Bay on the way. We haven't seen a Spire yet, but he might just want that for Marine upgrades regardless. Yeah, there's the 1 Vulture. This is actually like a common follow-up. Because you don't want to keep making Vultures, but like 1 more. Yeah, you can squeeze out 1 more. All right, second bunker. This is not going to work for our barcode. It's actually, he's going to get the bunker. Hey. Actually, this was not bad. And he gets a Wraith? Okay, if you pull back. If he hadn't lost those, I actually really like the move, but losing those, not as much. So he gets 1 more drop off. You can see a lot of Hydras had to be kept back to make sure this wouldn't do critical damage. You're kind of expecting that. If they do the first Vulture drop, there should be a second one. It's like whenever you get recalled as Terran, there's going to be a second recall. It's never a one and done. So he's got 3 hatches. His drone count is still very low. +1 on the way for Nada, as well as his additional barracks. You know, kind of the nice thing about a build like this that Nada has here. You know, you get your tech up so quickly, so you definitely feel pretty safe at this point. I'll be interested to see if he goes for another siege tank, because a 1-1-1 like this always does turn into a siege tank push, and the hive is always a bit late. And something that we've actually talked a lot about lately, and I love seeing the evos here from our barcode, is the older style when you're playing against this type of 1-1-1 to go, like, he's already got the additional macro hatch, to just go like Ling, Hydra, Lurker with Carapace upgrades. You just, I'm not sure what the second upgrade is going to be for. I guess just ranged attack. Like, he might even just go Manzerg. That's a possibility here. We've seen Zealot actually trying out Manzerg a lot. So that would actually be kind of interesting. Oh my gosh, is he going to go Manzerg? Manzerg, for those of you unaware, that's This was in Control's style in Zerg vs. Terran back in the days when he was winning tournaments in America. And it's Manzerg is like no hive tech. It's you go up to 2/2 Hydra Lurker and you just fight everything head on. It's actually, and Zealot's been trying that actually. He's gone Muta into Manzerg a lot lately. And it hasn't been getting him wins really, but like it's an interesting thing to see because sometimes it takes a while to get a strategy to work. Like sometimes you really got to work on it and work out the kinks and the nuances and all that. So it looks like NaDa's going to be fighting against Manzerg. Now the real counter to that is consistent production. You produce very consistently and you very carefully move out and do a nice strong push. Now he's got +1 coming, Irradiate coming, and range for Marines. Our Zerg player getting those 1/1 upgrades. He does have a Spire on the way. The Spire is an interesting choice here. I don't know if he's looking specifically for Scourge or he has some idea about Mutas. Because Mutas don't feel right here. Scourge, okay. I understand if you want to get some Scourge out. Although it is a little bit expensive. I feel like I'd probably try to skimp on that. Yeah, second eBay coming up. Dude, what is this 2 eBay placement? That is so funny looking to me. Look how far down those are. Only in a game that looks exactly like this one could something like that work. Oh, dude. He just double irradiated a Hydralisk. That is not the move. That is a mistake. I think it's okay to maybe throw one down if you're trying to aggro them in or something or get that little bit of extra damage on all the ones around it. But in general, against like a Hydra Lurker strategy, Irradiate obviously on Lurkers can be good, but Defense Matrix on tanks are generally the best spells that you can do. If they dive towards a tank, you dematrix it. Or sometimes just a Marine in the front to draw fire, that type of thing too. So NaDa right now pushing this back really hard. Don't forget, Zerg here just got the 3rd base. Doesn't have a huge drone count. He is about to have 1/1, but he's playing against +1 anyways, and mass siege, well, not mass siege tank, but 4 siege tanks is pretty strong. All right, let's see. Let's see what our barcode has. Yeah, he has those Scourge now. Yeah, doesn't quite get it. And there's that D-Matrix I was talking about. Oh my god, the second D-Matrix. Really good move. Oh, hey, see? I told you. Manzerg is actually legit scary. Like, in theory, these were the right units to have against it. But, you know, he just kind of went forward. He played it strong, and here he is trying to break through. Now, I don't think that this works with the bunker and 2 more tanks. This definitely doesn't look like a good idea. Yeah, that really went haywire. And this is actually, I think, part of the reason why we never see Manzerg is you have something happening like that. Like you crush this army and then you're like, all right, go. And it's like, actually, here you had to pull back. Isn't that weird? You killed his army and you had to pull back. Normally, if you kill Terran's army, you keep going. But it's actually more like playing Terran versus Protoss or something. Where it's like, you kill the army and it's like, okay, well, pull back, reinforce, okay? And crush the next army that comes out. So army crushing. Which I guess is not that much like TVP. But anyways, you get my point. NaDa pushing in once again. The 1/1 here, not going to hold up. NaDa just kind of crushing through at the moment. Brings up a Lurker flank. It's a little bit late, unfortunately. And he's flanking mostly on top of these siege tanks. So I think NaDa's just going to push the Zerg natural and just kill him at this point. Oh, yeah. No, that's it. That's game. Yeah. There's just no comeback from here. And there's a lot of ideas you could have done from here as well, by the way. Like, if you try to wiggle in a hive and get Guardian, that could be a strong play. I think if he pulls back the army that won over here, he definitely has more potential. But GG is called. Okay, well, that was a weird game. It was definitely a very technical opener from NaDa. I'll be interested to see, does he continue technical openers? Is he going to try to play, you know, getting an advantage in the early game, or are we going to see some macro plays too? We'll find out in the next episode of NaDa's TVZ Deep Dive.